Right, just want to talk very quickly about this weekend, and again from a veterans' point of view. Obviously, we're coming together on Saturday and Sunday. First of all, first and foremost, to honour those who fell in battle, those who fell and paid for our freedoms with their very blood. Their blood is soaking the soil of the far-flung fields where they died, whether it's Flanders, the Somme, North Africa, Italy, Northern Ireland, the Falklands, Afghanistan, Iraq, Borneo, Malaya, Korea, and we could go on and on and on. But we're remembering and celebrating the lives of those young men. Many of those men were younger than our children, younger than our grandchildren in some cases. Men in their teens and 20s. Some of the lads that fought in the First World War were a little over 14. They lied about their age so that they could serve. And many of them never came back. So we've got to bear that in mind when whatever we're doing at the weekend. We've got to bear in mind the huge sacrifice. In almost every town and village up and down this country, there are war memorials. And the names of those soldiers are etched in stone on those war memorials. And that's what this weekend's about. And that's why when I heard about the march that the Islamists were planning for Armistice Day, when I got so angry about it. And what happens is, as time goes on, the anger abates and you think, okay, what's the best response to this? What's the best response? And I think, again, I'll post a link to the statement below this video. But I think the statement that the football lads put out, the statement that Tommy put out, were absolutely spot on. This weekend is about peacefully, stoically, wrapping our arms around Whitehall to stop anyone getting anywhere near the cenotaph that shouldn't be there. Now, there's supposed to be a policing operation underway to prevent that. Well, unfortunately, among our community and among our people, we've lost a lot of faith in what the police are capable of doing when we look at previous weeks. So, bearing all that in mind, from our point of view, as veterans and football lads, the message is very, very clear to anybody that's coming. If you're coming on Saturday, you're not coming for a tear-up, you're not coming for a fight, you're not coming for a scrap. You're coming to support the veterans, to put your arms around the veterans, and you're also coming to put a buffer around Whitehall so that there'll be plenty of men on the ground that can challenge anyone that decides that they want to come and attack or deface the memorials that are precious to us, the cenotaph, Churchill statue, the memorial stone to PC Keith Palmer. That's what we're there for. And it's an honour for us to be there. It's an honour for everyone to come. It's the right thing to do. Coming to London at the weekend, I mean, there's been a lot of negative publicity in the media. Coming to London at the weekend is the right thing to do for every single one of us. Because you can be proud that whether you served in the military or not, coming to London that weekend and taking a stand, and by your very presence, if we get 10,000 people, if we get 2,000 people, if we get 1,000 people at Whitehall, at Parliament Square, Trafalgar Square, if we have serious numbers, it sends out a message that British people are not happy with what is going on in the country at the minute. That the British people care about our culture, that we care about Remembrance Day, we care about Armistice Day, and we're willing to take a stand for it. And my message to the people that planned this march on Armistice Day, imagine if we did something that really offended your sensibilities, that really offended your religion, Imagine if we did something unpleasant to the Quran, or we decided that we were going to make a lot of noise outside a mosque during Friday prayers. You wouldn't be happy. Well, that's how this feels to us. That's how this feels to us. We feel insulted. We feel trampled upon. We feel trampled upon by the Metropolitan Police, who are quite happy to let this demonstration go ahead, knowing that the three of the organisers are connected with Hamas in a very, very real way. According to the Daily Telegraph, one of them was a senior Hamas operative. Another one had met with the Hamas leadership. Another one was a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. And again, we said it before, Hamas in the Gaza Strip is the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Muslim Brotherhood is Hamas in the Gaza Strip. So the people who have organised this parade on our Remembrance Weekend, doesn't matter what they're saying it's about, they are terrorist-connected operators. That's what the media are telling us. That's what the government are telling us. And we've no reason to think that anybody's lying about that. Suella Braven's called them hate marches. But what we're going to do when we come to London in big numbers, and it will be big numbers, when we come to London in big numbers on Saturday, we're not going to be provoked by that. We're not going to react in the way that maybe you would react if we upset your sensibilities. We're not going to riot and we're not going to ruin. We're going to stand there in big numbers, respecting our dead, loving our veterans, loving our country, loving the symbols of our civilization, the statue of Churchill, the House of Parliament, Whitehall, the cenotaph, the symbols of our great civilization. And we're going to show you by that love and by that stoic respectability what it really means to be part of a great civilization. And we're going to fight your hate with our love for our country. So there'll be no violence from us on the 11th of November. It's a day to remember. It's a day to be stoic. It's a day to be solemn. And it's a day to remember why our country and why our nation is so great. It's called Great Britain for a reason, because the blood of those men that died made it great. So to those that are coming on Saturday, whether you're part of the Hamas protest or the Hamas organised protest, or whether you're a football lad, a veteran, a patriot, my message is very, very clear. Respect the country that you call home, and let's have a peaceful weekend. See you on Saturday.